So lab start services hyphen identify. Lab start services hyphen identify. SSH student at the rate server A. SSH student at the rate server A. System CTL list hyphen units hyphen type is equal to service. System CTL list hyphen units hyphen type is equal to service. System CTL list hyphen units hyphen type is equal to socket hyphen all. System CTL list hyphen units hyphen type is equal to socket system CTL list hyphen units hyphen. List hyphen units hyphen type is equal to socket hyphen all. System CTL list hyphen units hyphen type is equal to socket hyphen all. System CTL status cron D. So cron D is active and running. So this is the replacement of NTP. NTP was used in earlier versions of Linux. Cron D is the name of the daemon. Cron is the package. PS-P 747. So the process ID, we can get the process ID here, main PID. So 737 is the process ID of cron ID here. PS-P, the process ID 739, PS-P, the process ID 739. So cron ID, system CTL is-enabled SSHT. System CTL is-enabled SSHT. System CTL is-active SSHT. So SSHT is enabled. System CTL is-active. Is-active SSHT. So system CTL is-active SSHT is active. System CTL status SSHT. System CTL status SSHT is active and running. System CTL list unit files type is equal to service. systemctl list hyphen unit hyphen files hyphen type is equal to service list unit files type is service. Q26 units file listed. Q to exit the command exit lab finish services hyphen identify lab finish services hyphen identify. So lab start services hyphen control. Lab start services hyphen control. SSS student at the rate server A. SSS student at the rate server A. Sudo hyphen I. Password is student. Systemctl status SSST. So state SSSD service is active and running. Systemctl restart SSSD. Restart SSSD. Systemctl status SSSD. Systemctl status SSSD. Q to quit exit. Systemctl reload SSSD. Reload SSSD. Systemctl status SSSD. Status SSSD. Systemctl status cron-ed. So SSSD is active and running. Systemctl status cron-ed is also active and running. Systemctl stop cron-ed. Now systemctl status cron-ed. So now cron-ed is inactive and dead. Systemctl is enabled cron-ed. It is enabled. Systemctl is enabled cron-ed. It is enabled. Systemctl reboot. SSH student at the rate server A. So SSH student at the rate server A. Sudo hyphen I. Password is student. Systemctl status cron ed. Active and running. Systemctl disable cron ed. Systemctl disable cron ed. Systemctl status cron ed. So it is active and running. Systemctl reboot. Now cron ed will be disabled. SSH student at the rate server A. SSH student at the rate server A. Systemctl status cron ed. Now cron ed is inactive and dead. Exit. So lab finish services control. Lab start boot selecting. Lab start boot selecting. Systemctl get default. So default is graphical.target here. Systemctl get default. Sudo systemctl isolate multi-user.target. Sudo systemctl isolate. Sudo systemctl isolate multi-user.target. So log in as the root user by the password redat. Set the default target system. Ctl set default multi-user.target. Systemctl set default multi-user.target. Systemctl set default multi-user.target. Systemctl reboot. So this is the grub bootloader menu. So press enter, it will reboot. So it is mounting entries from /etc/fs tab. For your workstation login. Login as the root user with the password Red Hat. Systemctl set type and default graphical.target. So again setting it to graphical.target systemctl set type and default graphical.target systemctl reboot. Systemctl reboot. This is the bootloader menu. So this is the graphical.target. I can also select. So this is the graphical.target. Initiate the reboot again. So this is rescue mode to recover the system. So switch user to root account. Switch user to sudo -i student from the workstation system ctl reboot. So you have 29 seconds here. Press any key. So by pressing the key, I avoid the timing so that I get sufficient time. Press E to edit. E to edit the default bootloader entry. Use navigate to the line that starts with Linux. So this line starts with Linux. Press end to move to the end of the line. So press end to move to the end of the line. So end key, move to the end of the line. So to switch to the rescue mode, type systemd.unit is equal to rescue.target. 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 Press Ctrl X to boot. Ctrl X. Now give root password to for maintenance. Reddit is the root password. Root at the rate workstation now. Confirm that in rescue mode the root file system is in root read write mode. So type the mount command. Root file system is in read write mode. This one /save/VDA4 on slash type is XFS read write comma relay time comma sec label comma attr2 comma inode64 comma log buffs is equal to 8 comma log b size is equal to 32k comma no quota /save/VDA4 read write mode. So press Ctrl D to continue with the boot process. Ctrl D to continue with the boot process. So lab finish boot icon selecting. So lab finish boot icon selecting. So lab start boot icon resetting. Lab start boot icon resetting. So updating the RUP2 countdown on server A. Updating root password on server A. Removing record packages on server A. Installing rescue kernel on server A. Regenerating anytime FS on server A. So reboot server A. So this is server A. Press Ctrl Alt Delete. So this is Ctrl Alt Delete. Press any key to interrupt the timer. Interrupt the countdown timer except enter. Use the kernel key to highlight the rescue kernel entry. So this is the rescue kernel entry. Use the cursor key to highlight the rescue kernel entry, the one with the rescue word in its name. Rescue word in its name. Press E to edit the current entry. E to edit the current entry. Use the cursor keys to navigate to the line that starts with Linux. Use the cursor keys to navigate to the line that starts with Linux. Remove any console is equal to options from the line. So any console is equal to options from the line. Console is equal to options need to be removed. So I am removing console is equal to entries. So I removed all the console is equal to entries. Press N to move the cursor to the end of the line. So press End key to move to the end of the line and append this entry rd.break. rd.break. So remove all the console is equal to options from the grub entry for the rescue kernel. Append is space followed by the rd.break option to the end of the line. And then press Ctrl X. And then press Ctrl X to boot by using the modified configuration. Ctrl X. To boot using the modified configuration. So press enter to perform maintenance. Now mount -o remount, read write space slash sysroot. Mount -o remount, read write space slash sysroot. The XFS file system being demounted slash sysroot supports timestamps until this time. chroot slash sysroot mount -o remount, read write slash sysroot. chroot slash sysroot. chroot slash sysroot. Pass wd space root. Pass wd space root. Change the password. So password all authentication tokens updated successfully. Pass wd space root. Touch space dot slash auto relabel. Touch space slash dot auto relabel. Touch space slash dot auto relabel. Press enter. Exit twice to continue booting your system as usual. Exit twice. Exit. Exit. Exit 2 times. So you can see that the relabeling SC Linux auto relabel is taking place here. Relabeling of all the file systems. Press enter to start. You can see the server A is up now. Server A is up. Uptime command to check the uptime. So it was reboot 0 minutes. It is up from the past 0 minutes. Lab finish boot resetting. Boot resetting. So it is done. Lab start boot resetting. So lab start boot resetting. So server is rebooted. When the bootloader menu appears, press any key to interrupt the countdown except enter. Use the cursor keys to highlight the rescue kernel entry, the one with the rescue word in its name. Highlight the rescue kernel entry. Press C to edit. Navigate to the end of the line containing the word Linux in it. append a space, remove any console is equal to options. First remove console, any console is equal to options from the line. At the end of the line type rd dot break. Remove any console is equal to options from the line and append a space followed by the rd dot break option. To the end of the line, I will also add video is equal to 640 into 480 space video is equal to 640 into 480 Control X to boot. So mount is equal to -o remount comma read space slash sysroot. Mount space -o remount comma read space slash sysroot. chroot slash sysroot. chroot slash sysroot. Password space root. Pass wd root. Enter the root password. Touch slash dot auto relabel. Touch slash dot auto relabel and type exit twice. Lab finish boot resetting. So root redact. Control D to exit. So lab finish boot resetting. Lab finish boot resetting. Next, lab start boot repairing. Lab start boot repairing. Locate the icon for the server A console. It is rebooting. Press interrupt the timer. So bootloader menu, interrupt the countdown. Don't press the enter key, press any other key. So use the cursor key to highlight the default bootloader entry. Press E to edit the current entry. E to edit the current entry. So navigate to the line that starts with the Linux word. Go to the end of the line. Press enter key, end key. Here type system.unit is equal to emergency.target. System.unit is equal to emergency.target. Emergency.target. And video is equal to 640 into 480. Video also, this is optional. 640 into 480. Press Ctrl X to reboot. So it is /boot/EFI is mounted here. So this is a UEFI system. /boot/EFI mounted. Mounting /boot and /boot/EFI. So this has a UEFI firmware. UEFI firmware. This is his laptop. So it went to the log into the emergency mode. To log into the emergency mode, type mount command and check that the root file system is mounted read only. You can type mount. So here slash save slash VDF4 on slash type is XFS read write. It is mounted read write mode. So mount hyphen o remount comma the system D daemon mounts the root file system in read only mode, but here it is in the read write mode. Mount pipe grep slash save slash VDA4 mounted read write. So you can type this command mount hyphen o remount comma read write space slash mount hyphen o remount comma read write space slash file system being remounted at slash supports file stamps until 2030. So it has been mounted read write. Try mount hyphen a. Mount hyphen a will mount all the file systems in etc/fs tab. So cat slash etc/fs tab. There is one entry called remove me here. Slash save slash hdz1 slash remove me xfs default 00. So comment this entry, remove or comment the incorrect line from etc/fs tab. So vim slash etc/fs tab. So comment this entry. Systemctl daemon hyphen reload. So after commenting this entry in etc/fs tab systemctl daemon hyphen reload mount hyphen a. Again try to mount the entries in etc/fs tab. Now everything is mounted without any error. Systemctl reboot. Systemctl reboot. So this is it started the system now properly. So root redat logged in control D to exit. Lab finish boot hyphen repairing. Lab finish boot hyphen repairing. Next lab start boot hyphen review. So now for server B, lab start boot hyphen review. Lab start boot hyphen review. Open console server B. Regenerating init RAM FS on server B. Installing rescue kernel on server B. Removing Dracut packages on server B. Updating root password on server B. Breaking the boot process on server B. Lab start boot hyphen review. Lab start boot hyphen boot hyphen review. This is the console of server B. So lab start boot hyphen review. Regenerating anytime FS on server B. So this is the console of server B. Rebooting server B. Press any key and interrupt the boot process. So interrupt the countdown when the bootloader menu appears. Select the line containing the rescue keyword. So highlight the rescue kernel bootloader entry. So this is the line containing the rescue keyword, rescue kernel bootloader entry. Type E to edit. Go to the line containing the word Linux in it. Use the cursor key to navigate the line that starts with Linux text. Remove all console is equal to options on the rescue kernel. Console is equal to option from the rescue kernel. Console is equal to option removed. Press Ctrl E to move the cursor to the end of the line. Type rd.break and type Ctrl X. Ctrl X. So type this command mount hyphen o remount comma read write space slash sysroot. Mount hyphen o remount comma read write space slash sysroot. ch root slash sys root, ch root slash sys root, passwd space root. So change the password of the root user passwd root. So all authentications updated successfully. Touch slash space dot auto relabel. Touch slash dots touch space slash dot auto relabel. So exit the ch root shell. Exit. Exit. Hello. So boot the system into emergency mode. The system prompts to enter maintenance mode. However, if you wait, then it completes the reboot and shows the bootloader menu. So boot the system into emergency mode. When the bootloader menu appears, press any key to interrupt the countdown. Except enter. Use the cursor keys to highlight the default bootloader entry. So highlight the default bootloader entry. Go to the end of the line containing the word Linux that begins with Linux text. Append systemd.unit is equal to emergency.target. Systemd.unit is equal to emergency.target. Control X. So it is in the maintenance emergency mode now. Emergency mode. System is in emergency mode. Red Hat. Mount hyphen or remount comma rewrite space slash. Mount hyphen A. So in the etcfs file there is one entry which is not present, that is slash whole data, so it has to be commented. So edit that entry and comment that line vim etcfs tab slash whole data vim etcfs tab, go to the end of the line, comment this line, save and exit the file. Systemctl daemon hyphen reload. Systemctl daemon hyphen reload mount hyphen A. Systemctl reboot. Systemctl reboot. Now log into the server B machine as student user and switch to the root user. The server B is rebooting. SSH student at the rate server B. So sudo hyphen I student systemctl set hyphen default graphical dot target. This set hyphen default graphical dot target. Systemctl get hyphen default graphical dot target in server B. Exit server B, exit student account root and student server B. Lab grade boot hyphen review. Lab grade boot hyphen review. Lab finish boot hyphen review. Lab finished boot hyphen review. So it is complete.